Hi guys, welcome back to another video of what if Morgan stayed with Rick in The Walking Dead. So let's get into it. We start off by seeing Dwayne, who hasn't made friends with anybody yet because he just came here like a day ago. But Carl comes over to Dwayne and he asks him if he wants to play with him and Sophia. And Dwayne would get happy and he says to Carl, "What are we gonna play?" And then we see Shane and he's still mad about the whole Ed thing that happened. And he's just getting really mad, and Shane would probably start punching something. And Shane overall is just mad, like as mad as he can get. But we see Jim, who's not digging graves this time, and he goes up to Shane and he comforts him, and he'd hand him a glass of water to drink, and Shane literally just chugs the entire thing. And it becomes nighttime, and the camp gets raided by walkers from all the noise that happened when they were when they got back from the rooftop. And the walkers start eating the random people at camp that are none of the characters, but then some of the walkers bite Eliza, or whatever you want to call her, because I don't know how to really say her name properly. But Morales tries saving her, but is unsuccessful, obviously, because she's already dead. And Merle snipes a couple walkers, and Daryl uses his crossbow to take down a couple of them. And Daryl would scream for Glenn to come where he is, and Glenn runs towards Daryl, and Daryl gives Glenn a gun because he's using his crossbow, obviously, and Glenn's just running defenselessly, so yeah. And we see Rick, who's taking down a couple of the walkers around like the RV, but then he would look at Shane and he tells Shane to protect some of the kids or else they're gonna die. And Shane tells Rick to stay here because the RV is where he'll take the kids in. And we see Mad Morales, who's beside Rick shooting the walkers because he just lost his daughter. And he's getting really mad about these walkers, and he calls them freaks and stuff. And we see Ed, who's just depending on other people to protect him. And he'd mainly just hide behind others with guns. And Jim is never bitten in this in here, so he survives. And Amy survives too, because the walker that was probably gonna get her I think it would have gotten killed, because more people equals more guns equals more walkers dealt with quicker. And Rick says they should probably go out to look for a new camp, because now the walkers can enter this camp whenever they want, and they should go to the CDC to see if there's anyone alive there, or see if they have any supplies there, or a cure possibly. And Glenn says they should stay a couple more days, and because they need some camp, because they don't have enough gas to just go on for days, so they should go out on some scavenging missions. So Rick sent a couple people to go, and we see a few days later. And while the group are traveling out on the road a couple days later, they find a man named Dr. Jenner. And Dr. Jenner tells them that there's no cure or nothing like that. Basically, he just tells them there's no hope, and he asks if he could stay with them because he was about to kill himself. But then he thought to himself, he doesn't want to be a coward. He doesn't want to die like a coward. And he blew up the CDC. And the group, they first think about it because they can't just let some stranger stay with the group because it would be dangerous for the kids. Rick aims his gun at Jenner, but puts his gun down. Glenn says that they should discuss this later on, because there's walkers coming, and this will get them killed. Daryl says they can't leave him around the kids, because they don't know who he is, and they should keep him in the RV with some of the stronger people. Shane says that they should just kill him or get rid of him, or just leave him here. So, yeah, and Morgan says that if he sees him around Dwayne, he will kill him. And Shane says that is true. If he sees any of the kids around him, that he will get killed or escorted out of the group, because he cannot have them, because they don't know what type of man Jenner is. I don't even know if he was a good man or a nice man in the original. Daryl tells them to stop crying like babies, and Carol says that they have to go now because the walkers are literally almost there. They're 20 feet away, basically. And then Carl starts getting scared because the walkers are getting real close, and he can't get back in the car because all the kids are outside. So Rick starts shooting at the walkers, and Daryl uses his crossbow to take down a couple of the walkers. And basically they take down the walkers, and Daryl says they either go now or they don't go and die. And even though they said that, Merle snipes one of the walkers, and he says, we go now or we die. And basically he just says that because there's nothing really else to say for him. And Glenn tells everybody to go in the car, and they'll discuss this later. And Dr. Jenner says, yeah, but I could leave if they want me to leave, but yeah, he just says, I'll leave if they don't want me here. But Jenner was a type of guy that would just let the group would leave, probably. Rick just starts shooting more of the walkers, and he just screams for them to get in. But that will be it for today, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed, and bye-bye!